Hey everyone, there's a couple things I want to do real quick before we properly start the episode. First off, last time I forgot to put a counter on screen for the 5th star piece, so here is me making up for that. And also, a couple of you wanted me to actually go visit Luigi. So back here, there actually is a pipe that has Luigi inside of it. Or I guess the way back to Mario's house, and that's where Luigi's hanging out. So let's actually go in and say hi to him. I didn't really decide to show it off last time simply because there was so much text. I think this episode's gonna have quite a bit of text as well, but let's go say hi to Luigi. I wonder what my brother Mario is doing right now. Currently trapped inside the sewers. Oh, we're back out. Okay. Whoa, Mario, it's you. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you, brother. How's it going, dude? And you're all right after all that castle craziness. I was really worried about you. I guess we probably should have come back to say hi, considering this is the first time we've actually seen Luigi since we got wrecked by Bowser and got thrown out of the castle. So for all he knew, we were dead, but oh well. We're good. Everything's fine. And he's a little bit confused by our partner right here. We do have Goombario back there. And who are you? I'm Goombario. Nice to meet you. I see. Great. Just great. You're on an exciting adventure with Mario. Talk about unfair. See, someone has to look after this house, so I can't leave. Oh well, take care of Mario, okay? Now, there's not a whole lot we can do here. All of the bushes and the tree over here, none of them actually have collectibles for us, not even coins. So we can't really do anything with that. We can check the mailbox, but it is empty. And if we go back inside the house, there's actually a couple little things we can do here. First off, we can go look at this little thing here, and it'll show us how many coins we've earned, how many badges we've collected, and how many star pieces we collected, as well as some other stats. So throughout this playthrough, we will be getting all the badges and star pieces, so eventually we'll come back and see that complete. Now over here, we also have a bed, so we can rest here if we want to. It'll work just like you'd get at a Toad place, so let's go ahead and do that. And the last thing is right here, there's a letter from Mario. We can actually check. We have a little letter from Little T. Let's go ahead and read that. Dear Mario, how do you do? I'm Little T. I'm just a little toad. I live in Toad Town. I've been training at the dojo so I can save Princess Peach. I'll write to you again later. Bye. Now, actually, if we came here before we went to Shooting Star Summit, I don't believe that letter would actually be there. And if we go back to Toad Town, if we go right over here, you actually can see that those guys that were blocking up the dojo, they have moved. So technically, you could go do some stuff at the dojo right now. I'm going to wait a bit for that, but you could do it if you wanted to. Anyways, let's go properly start the episode. Hello and welcome to more Paper Mario! Last time we did some stuff at Shooting Star Summit, and this time we're going to finally finish the prologue and start Chapter 1. So let's just move on to Koopa Bros Fortress. That's kind of where the story's been pushing us. Of course, these guys are still blocking the way. You don't want to go out there, it's way too dangerous. Going to Koopa Bros Fortress would be a huge mistake. Definitely don't go. Most of all though, you shouldn't go ask Old Man Merlin for help. That would be really bad news for us. I mean for you. Don't even think about it. Well, they kind of slipped up right there, so let's go back and actually talk to Merlin and, well, see if he'll actually open his door for once. Merlin is out. Why do you keep on knocking? I'm telling you he's out. And finally he'll open his door. Now, last time we could have talked to him as many times as we wanted to, and he would never actually open the door, but after finishing up the stuff at Shooting Star Summit and getting the lucky star from Tink and all that crud, or Twink, not Tink. Gosh dang, it's not Tinkerbell. This is not Peter Pan. But yeah, after you do all that, you come down here and he'll finally interact with you. So we can go in and see what it's like inside here, and it's not that exciting. Where to begin? My name is Merlin. I am a wizard. And prepare yourself, guys. A lot of dialogue. This guy's very talkative. When I was reading the stars the other day, an oracle came to me. What I discovered is very important and it concerns you. But before I tell you about it, there are other things of which I must speak. It is a very long story, but I'll try to shorten it. Where should I start? It was in the old days one of my ancestors was up on Shooting Star Summit, and as usual, but one day it happened, suddenly a great appeared and I, standing face to face. Then the far away, the PS raised me up, was amazing. I was still so young then, I believe in, but our hearts were, yeah, and then, so... Yeah, so it's just gonna go on. Basically, the dots are kind of trying to simulate Mario getting bored and falling asleep, as if it was some kind of boring lecture or something. But a lot of dots. I mean, how many games do you get to see that many dots in a row? Probably not too many. I mean, that might be even more dots than Pac-Man, I'm not sure. And that is all that matters, huh? Hey, Mario! Were you listening to me? Definitely. I was definitely listening to you. Oh, alright. So, anyway, that is why I am able to help you. If you get lost during your adventure, you can come to me. I can predict the path you should take for a small price. Right now, your main goal must be to save Princess Peach as quickly as is humanly possible. But according to my second sight, your path must first take you to the great fortress of the Koopa Bros. So yeah, basically he can give you different guidance throughout the game. You can use him for directions. However, we actually do want to talk to him one more time because those Toad guys are still blocking the way. But as long as you've already interacted with the Toads, you can come back here. He'll mention that the Toads are blocking the way, and he'll actually help you move them. For the most part, he's really not going to be too much help in the future. He really is just like, if you get lost, you can come talk to him and see where to go next. What the crud are you doing, Goombario? Well, he just teleported. I guess he's got teleport hacks. But let's go back to these guys and see if we can finally get them to move. Hey guys, I've got the help of Merlon. I told you that you can't pass takeoff, like an airplane or a rocket ship. So these are not exactly Toads. They kind of look like Toads, but I don't think that they are. Cute ordinary Toads. Nope. No. Reveal your true selves. Face the light. And I guess he'll cast some crazy lightning bolt spells on these guys, and suddenly it's the Koopa Bros. Yeah, so they were trying to block us here. I guess that blocking us here is more effective than going to Koopa Bros Fortress and guarding the Star Spirit directly. I don't exactly know what their logic is for blocking me here, but yeah. Anyways, those imposters were none other than the Koopa Bros. You must pursue them to their hideout, the Koopa Bros Fortress. And that's kind of where we're headed anyway, so not a big deal. And there's one part of your fortune I haven't revealed. To get to the Koopa Bros Fortress, you'll need help from a blue-shelled Koopa. This is a strange portent. In Koopa Village, you might find something that will clear it up. I must return home now. Alright, a blue-shelled Koopa, we'll have to keep that in mind. Let's just move on here. And finally, begin Chapter 1, Storming Koopa Bros Fortress. Alright guys, and once again you could wait around to get the Mario Bros World 1-1 music, but we're just going to move on, and right away you'll see we have a brand new enemy. We've actually got a Koopa. So let's go ahead and attack that guy, and we'll get a tattle on him, just to see what's up with these dudes. Koopa Troopa. This is a Koopa Troopa. Everybody knows Koopa Troopas. They're Bowser's followers. Max HP 4, attack power 1, defense power 1. So these are the first enemies that we faced that have 1 defense power. You might have noticed when I jumped on them, it did 0 damage. That is why. If you can flip them over, their defense power will fall to 0, and it will become much easier for you to defeat them. So jump on them to flip them over with a power block or a jump attack, and from there their defense is 0 and you can attack them. Now you also could just use a power jump to do 4 damage right away. But in this case, I'm actually going to go ahead and kill the Goomba first. And you'll see why in just a second. So we take out the Goomba, and the Koopa actually can't move. So once you hit them on the ground, they're down. I think it's for 2 turns before they can actually act again. So really, you can just control the whole group if you properly use your jumps. Both Mario's jump and Goombario's jump will knock them over. So there we go. Alrighty then, got our first Koopa Troopa defeated. Now this is just a regular Paragoomba. Got him! Give me that heart that I don't actually need. I've been doing a pretty good job at avoiding damage. And that right there was just a Spike Goomba and a Paragoomba. So even though we do have the Koopa Troopa and we're kind of in a new area, there's also some familiar enemies. But let's go hit this, get ourselves a new badge, the Dizzy Attack badge. This one I don't actually like that much. I'll show you guys what it does. Let's just unequip the hammer throw just to equip that real quick. And let's go and actually spin into an enemy. Well, or hit some blocks. Get a new item here, the Fright Jar. This can scare some enemies away, so it's kind of a way to run away from a battle without running away from a battle. Another item I don't like that much, but I do like Power Blocks. Power Blocks are amazing. So this guy, I'm going to try not to get attacked by him. Basically, if you spin dash into an enemy while you have the Dizzy Attack badge, it will stun the front enemy in the battle, which I guess that sounds really cool, but the thing is, especially against Koopas, if you just first attack by jumping on them, they would have got stunned anyways because Koopas get stunned by jumping on them. Plus, you'd get the damage and all that stuff, so honestly, I don't really like the Dizzy Attack badge because it just doesn't do any damage. So I'm going to pretty much unequip that, go back to the hammer throw right after this. I guess we'll take this guy out. We can just take them both out next turn, so it's not a big deal. They're both down to 1 HP. I think the one in the back might stand up. Yeah, he does, but if we get the action command, we'll take him out anyways. So we got that guy, and we'll have Goombario finish off the last one here. And also, it's kind of annoying, but you only get 2 star points even for these new Koopa Troopas with 4 HP. So they give the same as like a Spike Goomba or a Paragoomba, but oh well. Let's go ahead and grab some coins here, and we have this gap here, but if we go and hit this tree, it'll drop down a switch. So let's go smack that guy. And somehow that builds a bridge for us. I have no idea how that happens, but it does. Very convenient. Now up there you can kind of see a Spike Goomba just hanging out. So let's go kill him. However, this one right here actually has 2 Spike Goombas, and the hammer can only attack the one in the front. And not only that, but Goombario also can't attack spiked enemies because he can only do jump. So I'll show you guys what happens if a partner actually attacks or gets hurt. So if a partner gets hurt, he takes 1 point of damage, but that actually just stuns him for 1 turn. So similar to how the... Oh, let's block that for 1 damage. Anyway, similar to how the Koopa Troopa that I Dizzy attacked got taken out for 1 turn. That happens to your partners as well. So if they take 3 damage, they're out for 3 turns. If they take 2, they're out for 2 turns, and so on. So you want to avoid getting them hurt. But it's not going to hurt Mario at all, so that's probably a good thing. Now right here we actually have a regular Goomba and a Spike Goomba behind, so this is where a little strategy comes in. We want to use Goombario first because the hammer can only attack the enemy in front. So if we kill that one off first, now that enemy's in front, and we can go attack him. Now we could use the hammer throw badge, but that has the same effect but costs 2 FP, so you might as well just kill the one in front if you can. Speaking of hammer throw badge, let me go and actually equip that again because I really don't care about the Dizzy attack. Anyways, let's move on here. Now if we go right down this way, there is a little secret path, and there's a star piece over there, but we can't quite reach that, so we'll have to come back sometime in the future. And back here's another hidden item. We got a Sleepy Sheep. If it works, makes all enemies fall asleep for a little while. I can't remember exactly. I think it's either 2 or 3 turns that'll make them fall asleep for. Oh, here we go. Now I get to show you guys some strategy. First off, we are going to use that hammer throw to attack this guy, because the Koopa's stunned. Not really worried about taking him out, although we could take him out with a power jump. That would leave the spiked enemy open. Now we can have Goombario go back here, take out this guy, and since the Koopa's going to be stunned, we'll take 0 damage. So just another way you can do a little bit of strategy with your badges and different attacks to avoid taking damage. And again, it's pretty early in the game, so stuff like that doesn't matter too much, but I like to be efficient whenever I can, and it's not really a lot of extra work, or any extra work at all, really, when you think about it. You know, all you're doing is picking options from the menu. Anyways, let's go back here, break these CRUDs, and I guess those are empty, but I know one of these has some coins. Maybe it's this one. There it is. All right. Let's get as many coins as we can. How many coins are we up to right now? 79. Not bad. Well, let's move on. Toad Town is to the left, Koopa Bros Fortress to the right, and Koopa Village is down below. Well, Merlon said we should go try to look at Koopa Village for a blue-shelled Koopa, so we'll have to do that. However, there is this creepy thing right here, and if we actually spin around it, it plays some familiar music and we get some free hearts. It's kind of cool, and it's actually useful if you happen to need the hearts. And also back here, we got a hidden honey syrup. But since we got that, let's go ahead and move on, and we can actually go to Koopa Village and see if that blue-shelled Koopa really is here. Well, let's go break some blocks here. And I don't know why those are there. Those are pretty much nothing. All right. Hey, Koopa. Oh, he's not got a blue shell. Okay. Can it be? Are you Mario? Welcome to Koopa Village. I wish we could really welcome you, but we're in big trouble. Can't you see what kind of madness is going on? This village is in an uproar because of the fuzzies. You do know what fuzzies are, like, don't you, Mario? They look like this. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Mean guys, they're really naughty. That's not good. Uh-oh, suddenly a fuzzy comes and takes one of his shells. Or, I guess his only shell. Oh no, stupid fuzzy, get back here with my shell. And we'll help him out, guys. We'll chase down that fuzzy, smack that thing, and get the guy his shell back. Because I felt a little bit bad for him. Oh, thank you, Mario. I owe you one. I just can't walk around without my shell on. Talk about embarrassing. Mario, be sure to keep your shell safe from fuzzies, all right? You don't have one. Well, watch your overalls. We'll have to watch our overalls, I guess. Let's go search some of these bushes, see if we can get some items, including the worst item ever. This is a dried shroom. A very dry mushroom restores 1 HP. Now, these fuzzies are kind of jumping all over the place like crazy people, but if you can manage to jump on them, you can get some coins. So I'm going to try to do that. And we got it. All right. Let's also get this guy his shell back. We just got to be a good Samaritan. Get all the shells back that we can. Oh, you're the best. Thank you very much. No problem. And this one is up inside the tree. What is it with people losing things in trees in this game? All right, well, we got that. Thanks, Mario. This shell was made to order. That's why it fits me so well. I mean, how cool do I look? I guess they're not necessarily actually born with their shells. Here we have a Koopa Leaf, an item that restores 3 FP. But yeah, I guess that they can order shells. Kind of strange, but I guess we might as well save our game here. And let's move on to the next screen. Now over here we have more fuzzies and more stuff we have to try to help people with. Let's go ahead and grab a second Koopa Leaf. And right here our inventory's full. Let's get rid of that dried shroom. I don't need that crud. And this is one of the hardest ones to get, guys. We have to somehow catch up with this fuzzy. He's bouncing around like crazy. We just gotta try. You can either like spin dash into a jump or into a hammer and try to get him. I find that jumping generally works better, but it's always pretty tough. Maybe the hammer's gonna work better for me this time. It's a very tough one to get. Now, if you're very patient, eventually that guy will actually walk into him for you and kind of scare him into a better place. And maybe that'll help out, but gosh dang it, get back here, you crud. Gosh dang it, dude. Oh, come on. There we go, chase him. Oh, you crud. Oh, corner him. Get him cornered. I've got to admit, guys, this is the Let's Play curse in full effect. I've never had this much of an issue getting this guy. But this time, of course. Oh my gosh, somehow I just got him right there. I have no idea why that gave me so much trouble. It's really not that hard. It is pretty tricky, but that was much harder than it ever should have been. Wow. All right, so we got that. There seems to be quite a commotion going down inside that house back there. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and help this guy and get his shell as well. This one, much easier, just a simple block puzzle. So we got that, and I guess I'll try to chase down that other fuzzy right there to try and get a coin, but, well, he's kind of jumping all over the place. I think there's also a fuzzy inside here, which we can use to get a coin. Give me that, crud. And where's that other one? There you are. I think this guy likes to jump all the way up here. Let's just get him. Yeah, that was much easier than the one that was carrying that shell. All right, let's see what's going down inside here. Who's there? I'm kind of busy right now. And inside is a Koopa without a shell. What? Wait, could it be? Aren't you Mario? You are. My name's Koopa. Or, gosh dang it, my name's Cooper. Oh, I'm so psyched to meet you. At least you're not Psycho, because Psycho is really bad at reading. Us meeting here has got to be fate or something. I need a huge favor. I hope you'll help me out. Okay, this wild fuzzy took my shell, which, next to my life, is the most important thing I have. I can't go without my shell, period. Way too embarrassing. The problem is the fuzzies are too fast for me to catch alone. So if you don't mind, can you help me get my shell back? I'm begging you. I guess we can help him out there. Hey, Mario, it looks like he's in a bad way. We gotta help him out. The fuzzy that took my shell is just inside my house. I'll guard the door while you grab him like whoop. All right, you do that. However, before we go and do that, there's one little trip I want to take. Back to the shop here. So there's actually a shop with the... Whenever there's that fire flower in front of a building, that means it's an item shop. And I actually want to sell a couple things because our inventory is a little bit crowded right now. So we'll sell off one of these Koopa Leafs for 1 coin, I guess. We'll also sell off the Fright Jar. Not a big fan of that item. So let's just get out of there, and let's see what else. And I'm also going to sell one of the mushrooms. Okay, and I also want to buy a Volt Shroom right here. It's a very cool item, not super useful, but I just want to show off something you can do with it. We'll also buy a Fire Flower and a Pow Block, why not? All right, Cooper, we're gonna go try and get your shell back. And there it is, guys, a blue shell. So this is the blue-shelled Koopa we're looking for. So let's go on through here, chase down that fuzzy, and see if we can get him. But out of these trees pops regular fuzzies. Oh, no! But it'll be good to get into a battle with them, so that way we can actually have Goombario go and use Tattle here. This is a fuzzy. Why do fuzzies always jump up and down? They need to chill out. Max HP 3, attack power 1. The problem with fuzzies is their quickness. It's really tough to time their attacks. If they latch onto you, watch out, they'll absorb your HP. So they'll do 1 damage and heal 1 damage, unless you can actually take them out with a... unless you actually manage to block it, then it'll not heal them. Let's see if I can time it right. Oh, I didn't get it. You basically have to wait for the 2 sucking sounds, and then shortly after you press A, and that'll be the timing. It is pretty hard to time. Not a big deal if you get hit by it, but it is something I like to try to avoid if I can. But we got that guy taken out. All right. I probably should have done this before, but I guess I'll go ahead and use a Koopa Leaf just to heal up some FP since I've used so much of what I have here. And let's go grab these coins. Move on. We've got another battle with some fuzzies. Got him. All right, let's move on. Now up there's a badge that we can't quite get yet. We'll have to hopefully get that sometime soon. Let's just move on. Keep chasing this guy. Chase him as fast as you can, Mario. But the faster you go, the faster he goes. It's hopeless. Well, he's back up in a tree. But I saw exactly which tree he's in. Let's go hit him. Meork, Meork. Come get it if you can. Nya, nya. Up. Meork. Guess where I'm hiding? You're in the 3rd tree. Oh, okay, so he's gonna start jumping around here. Just keep our eye on it. Jeez. And he's right there in the left one. That'll do. So we smack that, and there he is. Can I have the shell now? Meow, not bad, chump. But that was just a warm-up. Great. Let me guess, they're gonna do it again, but faster. Yes, indeed they are. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we're counting as well for some reason. And I think he's in the third tree this time. Now, I haven't really paid too much attention to this. I'm not sure if it's in the same position every time or if it switches from game to game, but who knows? Well, we've got the last one here, and he's jumping real fast. I think he's in the same tree, actually. Okay, I can confirm it is different from game to game because in my practice run, he was in the right side, so I guess that does change. And here we go, we got Cooper's shell. You're too tough for me. I won't be bad anymore, I promise. Maybe. That does not sound like a very confident promise. Mario, there you are! I realized I have to take a stand against these fuzzies. If I can't get my own shell, I'll lose my reputation. I don't even care that I have no shell on. I'm gonna show those fuzzy what's what. We already got the shell back. Here, take it. Yeah, he was so pumped up, he was so amped up, ready to go and wreck some butt. But we've already got the shell for him, so let's just go ahead and hand it back. And I guess that'll make things a little bit easier for him. There you go, look how happy he is, aww. Yep, glad to hear you're happy. Say, Mario, I have an idea. Do you happen to know Professor Colorado? Can't say I've heard of him. Naturally, he's a Koopa who's a professor of archaeology. Naturally, of course. Of course, someone with that name would be an archaeologist. I've been admiring Professor Colorado ever since I was in my egg. Nothing would make me happier than traveling the world solving mysteries like he does. So, do you think, could I? Please take me with you, Mario. I'll help. Come on, let me go. What do you think, Mario? You know what, guys? I could be mean and say don't take, but I like Koopa. I think he's pretty cool. And come on, a blue-shelled Koopa. That's awesome. Let's take him. Oh, yeah! Yes! I'm on my way. I swear, I, Koopa, will follow you anywhere, even to the ends of the earth. And I guess Goombario has to go inside us once again, because we can only have one party member out at a time. But here we have a new party member. Yeah! Press the down C button to make him throw himself and reach an item or a switch in the distance. While in battle, he can attack an enemy on the ground with Shell Toss, or attack all enemies on the ground with Power Shell. When you want to switch your partner, press the right C button and select the member you want to use. So Goombario will still be useful for Tattle and, well, he has a different type of attack. So Goombario's attack is basically a jump. Koopa's attack is basically a hammer. So certain enemies you do want to use Goombario, certain ones you want to use Koopa. Anyways, let's get back out of here. And suddenly, fuzzies again! Of course, they're not going to go to the good side. How about a fight? I love how he calls me a sucker when that's literally what he does to attack. But we have 4 of them. Let's go over to Koopa and not be able to use Power Shell. Gosh dang it, I don't have enough FP. Hold on. Let's just go back to Mario, use an item, use a gosh dang, whatchamacallit, I guess I could use honey syrup. I just want to show off how awesome Koopa is. If I wanted to end this fight easily, we would probably just use a fire flower. So now we can go over to Power Shell and charge it up. There we go, 2 damage to all enemies on the ground. That will leave them with 1. I had this all planned out, but I kind of messed up here. So let's see if I can block these things. There we go, that's the right timing for that. Just gotta do it 2 more times. Got that one. 1 more coming in. And there we go. So one of them did manage to heal up. Now, the way I envisioned this fight going was I was going to use the Volt Shroom on Mario, and I'll show you exactly why. Again, the most effective thing would have been to just use a Fire Flower, but as long as I had the FP going into this would have worked out fine. But let me show you how this works. So the Volt Shroom, when certain enemies touch you, they will get zapped, and fuzzies are one of those enemies. So basically, if I used Koopa's Power Shell and then used the Volt Shroom, they would have all died when they tried to attack me the first time around. Kinda goofed right there, my bad guys, but we got it. We got 12 FP for that, and hopefully these guys finally will leave us alone. And you know what, guys? We've finally solved the Fuzzies Menace, and I guess we're gonna wrap up this episode. We'll come back next time, continue towards Koopa Bros Fortress, and hopefully kick some butt. I'll see you guys then. Take care!